I get a 2d12.
Good luck. We're all counting on you. The head pops right the fuck off. Barely. Barely. A little flap of skin that held for a second, then it tore. You're like, yeah! And it's at that point that the wolves attack and eat you guys. So.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. Mr. Wallace, you're watching the sword coming in, and it barely cuts. And you see part of your fucking clothing go just flutter down. You're like, whoa, that thing's sharp. And what are you doing?
Well, I guess I can drop the body now.
Okay.
Have I heard the wolves coming?
Give me a listen roll at half. They were howling a lot, but you have a chainsaw and you were kind of busy, a little bit distracted.
My hearing isn't so good and all that. Yeah. Nope, didn't hear that.
Okay, and yeah, you drop the body this round and look at him like, cool. And Yana, what are you doing?
I have the keys. I go to the trunk and open it.
You go to the trunk and put the key in. I'm giving her a card for that. Take a card, Yana, you badass. All right, the rain's still bucketing down as well. And let's see who the wolves attack. Everybody give me a luck roll. There's 3 wolves. They're all going to go for the same target. They don't fucking spread out because wolves. Let's see. Mr. Wallace looks like he's going to be eaten. And Glenn and Yana. They might get you to prevent you from opening the trunk. No, or not. All right. And Mr. Wallace drops the body and he looks at Glenn like, yeah. And Glenn's like, yeah. The wolf goes, ah! Okay, so all 3 wolves attack Mr. Wallace. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, only 2 of them managed to fucking hit. Take 5 and 4 as they may bear you down to the ground. Hold on, they roll their special. Right, he's now laying underneath the wolves as they're all going to begin feeding on him.
I've got a question.
Yes.
The stun damage from earlier, is that still active or is that gone now?
You guys didn't ever take any time and sleep or heal or anything like that, so it's still unfortunately around.
So I take 5 points of stun and 4 points of real, right?
No, this is all real damage. You take 9 points of real damage.
Okay.
Unless you want to spend 1 hero point and you get rid of 5, and spend another hero point and you get rid of 4. You can spend multiple hero points on multiple attacks if you want. I don't know how many total hit points do you have combining your stun and your real damage?
Right now, I would be at -3.
That would not be ideal. How many total real points of damage do you have?
12.
So 12 plus 9.
I have 15, but I've taken 12, so I've got 3 left.
Yeah, that would unless you spend 2 hero points, essentially you would be killed.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was wondering. Okay, well, I guess that's what hero points are for.
Yeah.
So much for having overflow.
Yeah. And right. Yeah, I really thought they'd eat Yana, but I was wrong. And Scott, the zombie regenerates 1 hit point.
So what does this leave me at now?
The body in the head.
You're not really sure. You haven't had time to look or anything because you're busy looking at the wolves that are literally eating your buddy, or trying to. They both miss him this round, all 3 of them actually. You take no damage this round after spending 2 hero points, Jeff.
Okay.
So you're still only mostly dead.
Mm-hmm.
And now we go for next round when Yana finally gets to open the trunk.
Ta-da!
Villains are first. Nothing is approved. You're all doomed. So the wolves attempt to continue eating Mr. Wallace because apparently he is the tastiest thing in the forest. Or they're possessed by evil. 1 misses. 1 misses. 1 almost hit. It's got hold of your pant leg and you're like, ah. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Now we go for Yana, who...
Open the trunk.
you open the trunk and rain begins coming in, but you notice that the cardboard case is closed. You're thinking,
I need to open it.
yeah, that'd be next round. But the cardboard, I mean, it's helping to protect the tapes, but for how long? Meanwhile, Glenn is like, is she regenerating? And the wolves are eating this other guy, and she's got the fucking trunk open. You've got so much shit going on in your life. Your plate's feeling very full. What do you do?
Will you trade me the I can do it card?
Yeah.
I'd like to head chop a wolf.
You're going to go for another called shot? Now, keep in mind that unless it's a special kind of creature, a called shot's not going to do you any extra real damage and stuff. Simple system. We don't have like hit points divided into different zones and shit like that.
I thought the head chop just killed stuff.
No, not necessarily. You can take like some damage to your head without automatically dying. I know I've been hit in the head before.
Yeah.
On some creatures, like most zombies, a head chop is a fucking good move. But on other creatures, it's not.
Okay. I just
simply
attack.
Chopping them is good. I mean, these are not super tough fucking regenerating zombies of doom. Are they? Are they?
11 points.
You end up running one through and it goes. The others go, and for their round they, or wait, no, they've already gone. Let's see. Mr. Wallace hasn't gone yet. I saw the eyebrows. Would you like to? One's got your pant leg. The other two are getting ready to eat you.
Yep, it looks like it. So I'm going to go into a defensive posture to be hoping to keep them off of me.
Yeah, thinking that putting one down quick might be better than defensive posture because they will just attack and eat your arm.
So yeah, but one that just got skewered, is it still alive? And
it's not.
No?
If it is alive, it's not in a position to do anything except lay there and fucking suck its own blood through its lungs. He definitely fucking skewered it.
Well, I'm going to beat the crap out of one of them.
Cool.
Just because I know how to kill a wolf.
Give a 2-hit roll.
Yeah, but of course that won't work in this system. So
no, it's a simple system.
Yeah. So let's see.
That's why you want a monofilament quarterstaff. What?
Yeah, I would love to have that.
I'd love to see one. All right. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, your martial arts fails you. Your kung fu is weak in the face of nature.
No, I hit. I just failed my martial arts part. So.
Oh, my bad. All right. Then you're doing. Yeah. You give one a little tap. Stop it. Right. Next round.
I should have moved it on the nose. What was I thinking?
Yeah. The zombie regenerates another hit point. Heroes are first, villains are second, and get a free reroll. So, Yana opens the cardboard box, exposing the handy tapes to the awful elements. God, you feel much better, Yana. And the guy with the sword.
Chop, chop.
And the guy with the martial arts.
I go for the boop on the nose, except for the full fist.
So, go for it.
Yeah.
Glenn waves around his sword, nearly cutting off your fist as you're trying to boop one of the wolves.
2 more points of damage.
You boop it again. The wolves make their morale roll. High is bad for them. Nah, they can hang a little longer. The pack needs the meat for some reason. So they attempt to eat Mr. Wallace. The one that he's been booping on the nose fucking rips his arm off. Rah! Oh, 3 points. Wait, can you take 3 more real points or would that put you unconscious again?
No, I can take 3 real.
All right, you take 3 real. The other wolf attempts to eat you and misses. And now we go to next round. Hey, Scott, guess what?
What?
Zombie regenerates another hit point. And villains are first. Nothing is approved. The wolves do their morale thing again. And they fucking run off. They just sprint into the forest. Arrgh. Unless you're wanting to go after them, I'm not going to bother rolling their sprints as they seem to be fucked off.
I turn back to the zombie.
All right. You see it like busy fitting back on its head. It says it's sitting on the ground, fitting its head. You're to plus 30 to hit it as it's sitting on the ground this round. You managed to hit. You are no good at martial arts. Martial arts is hard. Right. Yeah. Okay. And it takes more damage. How many total hit points is it up to now?
It's taken 21 damage.
It does not look like it's having a great day. But god damn, is this thing tough. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're looking like any ambulance in the country would fucking skid to a halt, even if they already had a patient in the back, and pick you up and put you in it. Next round. Villains are first, heroes are second, and cannot use magic. While holding onto its head with one hand, as you're watching it trying to seal its neck up, heroes cannot use magic this round. Any actions approved. It's attempts to stand up. It says, holding its head on. And the rain continues just pouring into the trunk and stuff. And, right, we now go to the guy with the sword who might be able to hit. Oh, this time when you roll damage, I keep forgetting about its one armor, so roll a d10 for damage.
I yell, light it up!
He whirls the sword above his head menacingly. And guy with martial arts.
I go around the car.
You see the trunk's open.
Yeah, I slam it as I go by.
All right. And next round. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yanni, you doing anything? You just slammed the trunk. And you're like,
I open it again.
yeah, she's still got the keys that are in it. So she goes, and he goes, and you're like, Mortal Kombat. And next round. Villains are first and get a plus 10% bonus. Being in or on a vehicle is approved. You two playing with the trunk. Each of you guys take a card if you play with the trunk this round. Aha. So I'll start off with the bad guy. She attempts to slash at Glenn with her talons.
Very.
Okay. Cool. You take 6 real points of damage and have gotten 4 zombie wounds, 3 of which were bites.
She just missed.
You spend another hero point?
Yeah.
You stick with your 3 bites. And, right, guy with the sword.
Attack.
Her hindrance was deciding to stay and fight instead of running the fuck away. Ooh, a nice hit indeed. Roll a d10 for damage. Yep, definitely a d10.
10.
She goes down like a sack of shit. And meanwhile, at the trunk is open. Jeff, what do you do?
As I continue around the car, I slam the trunk again.
All right, take a card, being in and around the car. Yana.
Open up.
And the trunk opens up again. And take a card, Yana. All right, next round. Villains are first. Heroes. Everybody mark off 1 piece of gear that you've got and has come up this session. Keep in mind, most of the gear is not really yours, so you don't have to take off the sword or something like that, but something comes off. Could be all of your money, could be your IDs, could be the remains of your clothes, whatever.
Yeah. In my case, a flashlight. Oops, I dropped it.
There you go.
Tire iron.
Tire iron. Yeah, I'm sure you were carrying that around somehow because everybody carries bulky tire irons around. Sure. Villains are first. Villain regenerates 1 hit point.
Bastard.
And, right, guy with the sword, what do you do?
Chopping.
Cool. You're to plus 30 to hit.
Crit.
Roll 2d10. Yana, what do you do? Oh, roll 2d12. Yana, what do you do?
I look at the zombie and say, I believe in you.
Got it?
42 damage.
No problem. And martial artist, the trunk is again open.
As I go around to the, now I'm on the other side of the car.
You just
I
continue
slam it
circling.
again as I go for the, as I go for the chainsaw.
All right. March heads over to the chainsaw. It's going. And next round. Heroes are first. Reloading's approved. You pick up your chainsaw. You open the trunk. You chop again. Am I correct in all this?
Yeah.
Make rolls happen.
Moving.
Oh yeah, she regenerates another hit point.
Yep. I pick up chainsaw.
Fire.
Right, he's definitely. You guys are in a lull now. He's keeping her busy by just sitting there and chopping her, and then you come over with chainsaw now. Give me a chainsaw roll to plus 30. So it's hit your learn times 1 button. You're at a plus 30%, and you're just. This is for going and like
That's not what I'm doing with the chainsaw.
Oh, it
I shut
isn't?
the chainsaw off.
Oh, well, that's odd. I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
I open up the gas part of the chainsaw and I dump it upside down on her.
There's not much gas in the chainsaw. It's a rather small thing, and it's raining literally buckets. Your common sense is telling you you are not going to be able to light this bitch on fire at all.
All right. I'm chopping away then.
Cool. Give me a chainsaw roll to plus 30 to sushi her ass. He begins working on the ground around her, and you are totally not happy with his chainsawing ability at this point. He just looks at you. Yana, are you wanting to roll dance roll as you're dancing around the open trunk with the rain bucketed down into the
Yes.
trunk? You see water is actually starting to pool in the trunk. Oh, happy day. Next large round, give me a new chainsaw roll to plus 30. Eventually, you may be able to get her. You notice that the guy with the sword is doing strategic, like, no, you can't have that back. You can't have that back.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm on the part of her body so that we cross the chainsaw.
If you fumble, you'll somehow manage
yeah,
to
here we
find a
go.
way to lunge at his ass. All right, cool. You finally get a check in chainsaw and are sushiing her up. Eventually, once the pieces get small enough, and I'm talking pretty goddamn small, she stops moving. The bad news for both of you guys is that you discover there's no splatter guard on this, and it's every bit as messy as in the Evil Dead movies, where blood's just literally fountaining everywhere every time you guys are doing stuff, like chopping with a sword, chopping with chainsaw. So pretty much you guys look like you are completely drenched in fucking blood, and the rain is just not washing away this fucking sticky pudding like blood, and you're just sitting there in the middle of the night as the fucking headlights are still going and the cars are running, and Yana's doing some sort of weird interpretive dance all her own. And yeah, eventually you get all the pieces chopped up.
When I noticed that they chopped her up like that, I just ran to them and said, no!
Yeah.
How could you?
She stops regenerating.
Well, that's good.
How could you? This evil guy turned her wife into a zombie. It wasn't her fault. She was in there for years.
The largest piece is about this big before she stopped regenerating. It's just like little baby. It's like a golf ball size.
Yes.
I pick up like a piece that looks like her heart and look at it. Oh,
Yeah. I want to scoop up all the pieces.
Yep, I'm helping him.
Okay. What are you gonna do with them?
Take them back to the shed.
Let's put him in the
How?
trunk for now.
Ah, you put
Yeah.
them into the fucking swimming pool, which is in the trunk. Okay. They're floating around in there like obscene ice cubes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping her heart in my hand.
And Yana's
gonna-
collecting her own mementos. Okay. You guys head back eventually.
Yep. Turn off chainsaw and get in the car.
Scott, give me a driving roll at full as you are slowly and steadily heading back to the thing. You got some weird motions from the back of the car due to the high amount of water in there. And yeah. Eventually you get the trunk closed, but she doesn't seem to care anymore because it's literally going. You guys drive back over to the thing. Cabin. Okay,
Take
you're
them
at the cabin.
Put them in the septic tank.
Yeah, you put her back where you got her from. Good for you.
Go get the gas.
I'll help him.
All right. You load the wet pieces into the septic tank. You manage to get all the gas in there. And what ends up happening is you end up lighting a match and dropping it in. It goes poof. Because it doesn't burn like, it burns like gas, which is all at once. It goes poof. And you're like, did that actually help? I don't fucking know. I don't think it did. Cool. Maybe she's regenerating, maybe not. Do you want to go in and look? I don't want to go in and look. Do you want to go in and look? I don't want to go in. That's kind of where you're thinking. And Yana's still got her own piece, hoping to regenerate
Hey,
the entire
Mildred.
zombie from it.
You want to go check and see if the rest of her is regenerating?
I didn't want to go inside.
Yeah, apparently gas doesn't burn like D&D oil for some reason. That's weird. It burned like gas. So
I
apparently this guy
I
was...
was wondering if there's going to be, I was wondering if with the stuff that's inside, if it would be have its own gas built up.
There wasn't actually anything inside except a little bit of water from where the hatch was left open for a long goddamn time. So the gas went on top of that, went foof. Apparently the guy who did this was kind of an idiot and didn't know how gas worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's try the diesel.
Diesel doesn't really burn.
No, not unless. Yeah, that's totally different.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the hat is a little bit bigger right here? I think she will regenerate at some point.
Go ahead and give me a con endurance roll from your numerous zombie bites, because you're curious if this means you're going to become a zombie or anything like that. You're thinking maybe, but not today. You notice that one of your companions nearly looks dead. You are feeling pretty under the weather, and she looks like she's been in a really bad relationship. Or done meth, or both. Actually, both. She looks like Florida woman at this point, and she's holding a burned piece of heart, which makes her look more like Florida woman.
You still have to go to the storage unit.
Yep.
The look on Glenn's face as he realizes that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to drive there now?
Was there anything else here that had a padlock on it?
Oh no, you've been into everything here. I mean, if you don't mind spending the night, you could dry out. Maybe everybody can spoon in the bed or something like that, and maybe heal some. Watch her play with her heart piece. See if the whole zombie regenerates from the heart she's rubbing on her face. If it does, that'll be a hell of a thing to wake up to.
All right. How did I get another card? Somebody slipped me a card.
That you want that piece of the zombie?
Which piece?
The piece that you're caressing.
Yes, that's mine. I need to remember her by something.
Okay.
Yeah.
We seal up the septic tank like it was before.
All right. Now you're not sure if one will regenerate in there and then a different one in here. How does this even work? Might each piece become a different one? Holy shit, that would be rather brutal.
If that thing grows, I'm chopping it.
Don't you dare chop my new
All right.
lover.
I need some players' advice here because I'm still kind of new at this. I just drew a card,
Ooh.
and it's Amazing Greed.
Oh,
Dump everything else immediately and say, ha 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 ha, because you need them.
Or it. But the thing is, if I dump everything else immediately, I have a victory prestige module only. Is this considered a prestige module?
No, this is just a normal day.
Okay, never mind then. I don't need anything. Dumping away.
Okay.
Just a normal
Yeah,
day.
it's just a normal day. This is an easy one. I mean, it was literally locked up until freed, so you can't beat that. You pretty much like put in small slit inside of septic tank, insert sword for XP type thing. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I thought that it will be alive and it will attack us, but I was curious to see what it is. And
Oh no, yeah.
didn't feel like-
When you were like, oh hello, it's like, oh thank you. Kindred spirit, other monster, and plus Mildred has a long history of liking monsters. So cool. Right. You guys going to get some sleep and try to heal up a little bit or something?
how much time has passed since we started?
Oh, it's the middle of the night. You could probably get a good 8 hour sleep, wake up an hour or two before noon. So maybe one of your 2 days is going to be gone.
Yeah, it's a bad 48 hours or whatever.
That's right.
Um,
I mean, your party looks literally ready to fall down.
yeah,
Yeah, we do.
yeah, I'm tired.
Everybody gets cleaned up, running hot water, big plus after a fucking zombie fight. Now, everybody goes to sleep. I'm assuming you want to lock the door and not keep watches so everybody can get healed.
Yeah,
Correct.
probably. We'd probably fall asleep anyway, even if we were on the watch.
Yes. So everybody give me willpower, mash the ×5 button you want low. This is how you heal. First off, all your stun points go away automatically, regardless of how you do on your willpower thing. Glenn heals up 4 hit points. The woman with no name heals up 4 hit points. Mr. Wallace is fucked. He's going to die soon. You should fucking just bury him in the
Not
woods
really.
while you're here.
I don't have that. I only have 6 real wound points, so I'm not nearly as bad as they were. So
Ah, all right. So Mr. Wallace is not looking great.
yeah, still bruised.
Yeah. Well, more than bruised with 6 hit points of damage. That's most
Yeah.
people go to a hospital for a week or 2 with that much damage, but you know, PC's like
Yeah, get the cast and everything. Yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all wake up in the morning. Those 2 are looking better than they did. Are either of you fully healed or not? Mildred, give me a evidence analysis roll on this. Is it bigger? Is it not bigger?
I think it's
Generating?
like a
Is it not
little
regenerating?
tiny bit,
I'm not really
tiny
sure.
bit bigger.
I mean, it's close. It's close. It's not any bigger, but if you hold it like this, then it might look a little bit bigger to them.
I do it.
All right, both of you 2 give me evidence analysis rolls to see if you're like, hey, wait a minute. That's fucking great. Quarter,
Nope.
one of you is thinking it's not any bigger, the other one is thinking it's definitely bigger. You are in disagreement. One of you is thinking it's definitely regenerating, the other one's thinking it's not. One of these kids is doing their own thing. One of these kids does not belong.
Mm-hmm. I have a question. To keep us warm, did we fire up the potbelly stove last night?
Probably that would have been a great way to dry out clothes and stuff. You guys
Yeah.
have gotten cleaned up to a degree of getting cleaned up. In other words, you still look like, hi, I've been living in the jungle for a couple of weeks in this suit. Can you believe it? But we got the suit cleaned, and to a certain degree, it's all rumpled and shit because we use the stream. But now I'm ready for going to work in a corporation.
Mm-hmm. So that thing looks like it's growing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it closer to the light.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Go away.
What are you showing it to me for then?
Just to show you it's beautiful.
Ooh, Yana, give me a taxidermy roll for a new idea. Because I believe you've got taxidermy, although you never practice these things. It's all courtly etiquette with you.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Taxidermy.
It was so funny watching Freddie lose his mind when I looked at how Chris kept his write-in skills chronologically instead of in alphabetic order.
Yeah.
I also have them chronologically.
That does not surprise me at all, Yana. You should definitely make a screenshot of your character sheet and show it to Freddie and make him lose his fucking mind.
Yeah.
Glenn slides the sword back up into his prison wallet. Yeah. Handy spell.
I didn't make taxidermy.
Yeah, well, you'll have to come up with your own idea. But you've got a piece of her heart. There's a mason jar or something you can put it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too bad we don't have formaldehyde for you.
Maybe next time.
Should we get out of here?
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're not leaving any evidence.
Aside from the chopped up human body and the septic tank that has got a light seasoning of what's that called when they're cooking that dessert? Flambe. It looks like a human body that's been flambéed in the septic tank, and the locker is in the trunk, but fortunately that's metal, and so maybe the stuff in there is not wet. Unlike the handy tapes, which are aqua handy, I guess. Because she really hated that show.
Let's just kick in the door and make it look like somebody broke in here.
Okay.
Killed and flambéed somebody. Sure, give me just a strength roll there, Glenn, to avoid humor as you kick in the door as you guys are preparing to leave. Yeah, okay. Not a problem at all. I just wanted you to fumble so you break your foot and fucking hobble away bitching about life.
That's okay. I got the chainsaw. We can take care of that.
The foot? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you keeping the chainsaw?
I don't see any reason to keep it at this point, so.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do here before leaving?
I'm going to do one thing. Is it still raining out, first of all?
No, it's got like that light patter rain where it's like kind of trying to rain, and it's wet enough that you'll get wet eventually wandering around, but not instantly.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that covered firewood, and I'm going to put it in the septic tank.
All right.
Start in.
You load it up and light it up and prop open the thing so it has plenty of oxygen and stuff. And eventually, just through sheer fucking stubbornness, because if you had gas to put on it now, that would really help. As it is, it takes you like a couple hours of crawling in and out of the septic tank and getting the wood stacked just right and keeping part of it out of the water and dry. And then you end up putting the shit on top like we're having a cookout inside the septic tank. And then you fucking...
I do have a little bit of gas. It's not much, but I can take what's left in the chainsaw. And
there you go. And you get that just to try to get it going and stuff. Sure.
Yeah, and the whole box of kitchen matches, I can light that and throw it in there.
Well, it's not so much throwing as like carefully placing it all. Give me a survival miscellaneous roll to basically build a fire that will go. It's not an ideal fire, but it may not work, and it definitely doesn't
I can't
work.
make a roll to save my life today.
Now, he comes out and he goes, it won't burn, but all the wood's in there now. Fuck them. They'll have to dig her ass out through Lumber King.
Yeah, let me try.
All right, sure. He crawls in there and he goes, yep, we're all going to die if I'm in charge. And everybody looks at Yana, who goes, free her.
Ooh, wonder if I have a thing for this.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a thing for this would be lovely if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, but you may not be thinking of that. You think?
I have a fire spell.
Now, if it's a damage one, that's only special effects. If you have the starting a fire damage spell thing, then you can try to start the fire. And I would allow you to use that to support Mr. Wallace's survival for getting the wood stack just right.
Right.
Although
So,
he'd be rolling at a negative since he's already tried it and is wildly incompetent apparently. But it'd give it a create fire, yeah. Okay, so if you can make the willpower roll, make your create fire, then he can try his survival at half plus 5. So keep trying that. He goes, my brain's gonna explode. Oh, now is your big chance for the create fire. Did you ever practice this spell? No, he doesn't. He's back to the willpower rolls, and it's going downhill from here. My brain's gonna explode, he says.
Well, while he does that, I'm going to take one of the pieces of firewood and I'm going to stick it partially into the pot-belly stove
Okay.
ooh.
and wait for it to catch fire good and well. Now I'll use that to start it.
Well, that seems to work much better than your fire spell. So, right, he eventually gets a kind of half-assed fire going in there. You can try again at 30 or less, or basically rolling your survival at half to get a good burning fire as opposed to the kind of half-ass that will eventually smolder itself to death. Oh, yeah, he fucking pulls it off. Cool. You guys leave with a column of smoke coming out of the septic tank. You had to leave the thing open to get the most oxygen, or you've got it propped within our stick or whatever. It'll be confusing for somebody. Is there anything else you want to do as you're getting ready to leave? Anything at all? Any little detail that you've grossly overlooked?
Did we leave anything in the cabin?
No, you've gotten all your personal possessions and shit, except the tire iron, which is probably in the woods somewhere, lost forever because you carry those around habitually despite their shape and size.
What about like the documents we found? Did we?
All those are in the trunk of the car in the metal, hopefully waterproof, post-Vietnam box.
Is there any orange clothing in the cabin?
Not that, no, there is not. Take a card. That's a pretty good thought there. The hunters will be definitely gunning for your vehicle soon. There it is. It's moving. It's coming right at us as you're driving past on the road.
Yeah, there's some sand people up on the ridge.
Those fucking sand people. All right. Anything else at all you wanted to do? No? Got you double guessing yourselves? Ready to drive away? Everything good?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Who's riding shotgun?
I am.
All right. Cool. Yana's in the back seat. Glenn's driving. Yana, the coolest thing about being in the back seat is as he's driving, you're sloshing water in the fucking trunk because it's just not leaking out. So, yeah, that's awesome. You're thinking they couldn't get any winter. You guys...
If we can't get the water out of the trunk, we should take the footlocker and put it in the back seat.
But I'm here.
Yeah, we'll have to
It's a
scoot
big
up.
back seat.
It's a big back seat.
Yeah, there's all this fucking exploded McDonald's still like rubbed all over the fucking interior and shit. But so Foot Locker in the back or no?
Yeah.
Right, you're now sharing the backseat with the footlocker. It is a big backseat, but it's still annoying because you wanted to stretch out in the fucking old McDonald's and shit. So anyway, you guys drive off. Give me a simple navigation roll at plus 10%, whoever's riding shotgun, in order to figure out how to get from here to the Chicago storage shed.
Piece
Mr.
of cake.
Wallace fucking takes you right there. You guys arrive there, and you got the gate codes, beep, 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 and the gate goes, and you go over, oh my god, it's locked.
Keys.
Hey, you pull out your keys. These are fucking never-ending useful keys. And you're wondering if they will continue being useful elsewhere. No, they won't. And you guys begin playing the key game until eventually you get into the storage shed and you find several unusual things in the storage shed. You find the following: a set of unlocked black titanium handcuffs. There is no keyhole of any sort nor release on them. Apparently, once they're locked, there's no opening them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are worth pretty bad.
Well,
And very.
yeah. There's also a folded up, full-size American flag, except that instead of the 50 stars, they've been replaced with 50 swastikas. It's quite sun-bleached and worn as if by heavy outdoor use.
Wow.
There's also a painted portrait in an elaborate wooden frame. It must be at least a few centuries old. Note, it is delicate. It's probably a few centuries old, unsigned, probably the work, judging by your art skills. Everybody give me art painting, please, or art lore, or appreciate art, or some shit like that. I'm guessing a lot of painting rolls will get made. Right. According to Mr. Wallace, it's better than anything he could pull off. According to the other two, it's done by a talented amateur. The subject is of a man sitting. His face is thin with narrow eyes and an unusually red mouth, who looks to be near 40 when the portrait was painted. He's wearing rich clothes of velvet and silk with a gold chain and a square medal of an insignia hanging around his neck. He's holding an hourglass horizontally, which kind of reminds you of the yin-yang symbol, or the infinity symbol across the yin-yang symbol, as to prevent the flow of sand from one end to the other, held in his right hand, while his left rests upon an open book. On one page, writing of some sort is discernible. On closer inspection of the painting, the insignia around the metal on the man's neck is a clock face without hands, and the writing in the book says something in French. Attempted. J'avais placé damnation. Anybody have French skill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me no speaking the French.
You can still try to learn, and
Yep,
you may
that's
end
what
up
I'm gonna do.
speaking the French. Nobody's speaking the French.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. It says French shit. Probably something about fries. And the last thing is a book bound with several locks and a sticky note saying, "Warning, do not read this book."
Give it to me.
There are 3 locks, but they're old style. They look easy to pick. The book itself looks very old, with a cover made out of thick wood covered with eyes. There don't appear to be any pages. The cover and the back, which are of wood, are the only pages. And it smells like smell rolls.
Death.
Quarter. It smells like dust, old leather, and rot.
Ooh. My new favorite friend.
Trade ya. For your heart.
No. I can't give you my heart. My heart belongs to
Oh, I meant
Me.
old witch heart, zombie heart.
That also belongs to me.
Well, it won't if you trade it to him for the book.
Ooh, you could get the
Why
book
can I
is
have
bigger.
the book also? That's like asking a mother which of her child she's willing to give up.
Yeah. If you just found a zombie child and chopped it to bits and kept part of it.
I don't know what you have against zombies, okay? They need
Generally,
to
they
live
try to
too.
kill me.
Well, and people don't.
Not
Jeez,
generally.
got you there.
Well,
Shows all the people. It shows a quick montage of all the people who've ever tried to kill Glenn. It just shows. It's like a half an hour montage, and then it comes back to this scene.
so
Well, I don't want to feel left out, so I'll pick up the painting.
So
It's a big, bulky type painting, and you're thinking, give me either occult or cryptozoology. Your choice, Mr. Wallace.
I've meddled in occult a little bit, so I'll go that route. And of course, I failed that too.
Cool.
Can I also look at the painting?
She's distracted. Would you like to grab the book and run?
I felt.
All right. They both look at it and go,
crypto.
Painting pretty much screams vampire to you.
Vampire.
Mr. Wallace, give me an occult roll plus 30 because I want to watch you fail it and go, what's that?
Who is that? Me?
Yeah, you're Mr. Wallace.
Yep. I didn't hear part of it there, so.
Oh. I was going to say, when I say Mr. Wallace and step on your foot and wink at you, you know that I'm talking to you.
So the cult roll, right?
Yeah, at plus 30%. He says, what's a vampire? Because the only vampires you're used to, Mr. Wallace, sparkle.
No, I'm looking at that. I don't see Bela Lugosi. I mean, what's up?
Yeah, there you go.
You guys had any run-ins with the Chicago vampires?
Oh, the vampires, yeah.
The only vampire in Chicago that I've ever had a run in and were in a book.
Huh.
So you're trying to tell me that there's vampires in Chicago?
You
Yes.
were with, yeah, the people
Right.
last time when we were here, the people told us about vampires.
Yana, nope.
Where is the book now?
Sitting over there.
I
in
just
Glenn's
like,
arms.
very casually go near the book.
Try to do something while she's distracted by the book.
Okay, that might work. Sure, go for it. If it's what I think it is, it'll be against her feel. Okay, Yana, what's your feel skill? Roll your feel skill.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm giving Glenn a card if he actually pulls this off. If she makes her feel roll, then the gig is up. Otherwise, you win. It's all about the feel skill, Yana. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Trying hard to
I did.
forget. Oh, she goes, nope. You're like, God damn it.
I got it at a quarter.
9.
Yeah, oh, that's true. He did make it at a quarter, Yana.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And you thought your clothes feel a little lighter, so you quickly discover it's lost after he's gotten it, but then he claims not to know where it went.
What do you mean you stood next to me when it happened?
I was trying to read the book.
The book is
Where
chained
is
shut.
it?
It's 3 locks on it. 1, 2, 3.
It's not a book. It's a 3-lock box.
Did you want to use the lockpicks?
Yes, but I also want my hat back.
Everybody give me 6 sense danger sense rolls, by the way. Cool. Everything's
We will have
groovy.
we will have fun with this book.
Now,
I know it.
it said, "Don't open the septic tank." I regret opening the septic
I,
tank.
s- I start when he's saying that I start opening the blocks on the book.
You're gonna have to. You mean you begin picking the 3 locks that are keeping it shut? Sure. Give me a lock picking for the first lock.
I let her have lock picks, and I start moving the other stuff out of the storage shed.
You load it into the swimming pool that is your trunk, or the back seat, which isn't a swimming pool.
I'll help him with the painting because it's delicate.
Right. The good news and bad news. Good news, it can all go in the back seat. Bad news is Yana's going to have to ride it in the front.
Well, there's enough room in those big cars for 3 people to sit in the car.
There is, but that puts her within easy beating distance of both of you guys. Okay.
She could ride in the trunk.
No,
I suppose.
you ride in the trunk, okay?
He could ride in the trunk.
Yana, would you like to try the second lock? The first one can't be picked. Second one, however,
Shit.
can't be picked. The third one, though, the third lock.
Yeah.
Opens up. Yeah. Now you just need the other 2 locks to be picked and you're good.
Yeah. I take the book.
I think we
With
take the
me.
book and put her in the watery trunk and have her pickled.
No,
You know, people in Czech Republic
You
do
go
like
to-
pickles and cucumbers a lot.
you go to the trunk.
All right. Is there anything else left in the storage unit, or have we got everything?
You've taken it all.
All right.
Now, I know we're close to ending time, but I need to know what happens next. You've got a car full of all this shit. Okay? Including all the water in the trunk, all the shit in the back seat, you 3 up in the front, her clutching the fucking book. Did you want to do anything with that sticky note that's on the book? Yeah? Just leave it there? Take it.
I take off the sticky note and just like toss it.
Okay. You don't need
I drive to the post office.
Right, you guys go to a post office, one of those mail etc. things where you get the boxes and shit, and you box up all this shit and mail it to.
Joshua McKay.
Oh my god, I knew it. Oh. Okay, you end up spending like $500 of the money that you've managed to steal from these poor bastards. You've got
No
like,
problem.
oh yeah, you just dump the money in it. And what about the book? Is that going mailing off too? The book with the locks on it?
No, the book is mine.
Well, since you're in a different body, if you keep this book on you now, then you won't have it when you're in your real body later.
Are you sure?
Yes. So we need to mail it to Joshua, then you can go beat the shit out of Joshua to get it back.
What if? Can I mail it to myself?
Do you have a P.O. box set up?
No.
There you go.
Okay. But okay.
Okay, it's gone.
Cool.
Now give me back my heart.
What heart?
My heart. You stole it from me.
What are you talking about?
You were standing next to me when it disappeared.
I hate to tell you this as we're leaving the post office, but he took the piece of heart and he stuffed it in that box and just mailed it off.
What?
Oh, why would you tell her that?
Everybody take a card as you guys are leaving. Just shows her looking back. I will beat the shit out of McKay for the heart. Cool. And then you guys go drive.
Oh, nothing.
You guys go driving down the road, and eventually these poor bastards get their bodies back, and they're wondering why the trunk's making a weird sloshing noise. So,
And they wonder why they're beat to shit.
oh yeah. Well, actually, you guys are also beat to shit. This is the bad part. So everybody, aside from the stun damage, which has already been healed, next session that you play, you start off beat to shit. Okay? So, and in Mildred's case, missing the tooth. Now, for Mildred, if you ever get
In my heart.
and your heart, if you ever get the willpower times 1 or critical willpower when you're sleeping, the tooth is back, okay? That way you don't have to look like you're on meth. So, of course, you need to lose a few more teeth to really be convincing at it. First step, ideas for the name of this adventure. I've got a couple of different ideas, but want to hear yours.
Probably something to do with the tapes.
Okay.
No tapes, no tooth, no problem.
Got to be short. Got to be short.
Home videos.
Okay. Grab a card, Scott. Who else has got an idea?
I don't know. Not my heart.
Not my heart. Okay. Grab a card. What you got, Jeff?
VHS can't swim.
That's good too. Okay, here's our different options then. We've got home videos, McDonald's fight, Mildred's heart, not my heart, obscene ice cubes, VHS can't swim, and wet tapes. What do you guys prefer? It's a tough one. There's not one obvious winner there. Or we could combine it like VHS heart or the heart of VHS, or
I'm thinking just the last one, wet tapes.
Wet
It's easy.
tapes?
Wet tapes is pretty good, yeah.
okay,
Sure.
cool. All right, and last thing on the recording part, Jeff, what have you got to say to the studio audience out there and your hundreds of thousands of fans?
I don't have any teeth. I only knocked one out, so
And Scott
Always keep your powder dry.
and Yana.
Rain is your friend.